hard side and soft side. And
sure.
Yeah, that's the way. Andre the Giant, of course, would be a memorable character. Anybody who ever met him wouldn't forget him. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, was he about the same outside of the ring as he was? Obviously, a little gentler to the people he ran across.
Yeah. He was always a gentleman. He was just a big-hearted guy, big-hearted guy, and good person. Good person, just sharing, giving, good person, and I was always proud to call him a friend of mine.
Oh, I can imagine. Don, how about?
Sure. Well, I was going to maybe take us.
Which reminds me of a story. One week, I invited Andre over to my house and Leo Namalini. So they came over for supper. My wife prepared them a nice meal, and of course my kids talked with them, and they were real nice to my kids, both Leo and Andre. And the next weekend, these people would come into town. I just invite them, and my wife would know at the last minute. So anyway, the next weekend I brought home 4 little people, 4 midget wrestlers, and we were killing some time while the meal was being prepared, and the kids were there, and so we went out in the backyard, and we were going to play a little pickup baseball game, and couldn't get organized. We tried, just couldn't get organized. Everybody. They all wanted to be shortstops. Couldn't figure it out.
I had a feeling I was getting set up there. I had a feeling I was being set up. He's got a million of them, folks.
Where's our rim shot when you need it?
Yeah, where's our rim shot when we need it? Only on the Prima-Donns are you going to hear Baron tell that story.
That is correct.
Baron, obviously,
yes, Don.
Everyone wants to know. I'm Don. This is Don,
That's
by
Don,
the way,
yeah.
as you know. I want to know, when did you add that world-famous claw hold to your repertoire? Did you invent that hold? Was it taught to you? When did that come about?
Yeah, as far as inventing a hold, most wrestling holds, if you study a little bit of the history of the sport, it's called the oldest sport because before people ran, they were wrestling around and doing things. So if you study the old hieroglyphics found in the ancient tombs of Egypt, just about every modern wrestling hold is depicted in those hieroglyphics if you study enough of them. So there are really no new wrestling holds or no new wrestling techniques. They're all basically there. There are little variations here and there. So I did not invent the claw hold.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when I was an amateur wrestler, I was wrestling for the U.S. on the world team, and we were in Germany of all places. And Wilfred Dietrich was there, and he was the champion amateur wrestler. He was a gold medal winner in Tokyo, silver medal winner 4 years later, wherever that was. And then in Munich, he's the guy that suplexed Chris Taylor. Okay. Big 400 or 500 pound Chris Taylor.
Enormous man.
But anyway, we got to be decent friends, and he showed me the basics of the claw, and I forgot about it because it's not useful in amateur wrestling, so I kind of put it to a side. And later, after I became a professional wrestler, one thing led to another. I met Fritz von Erich. I met some other people that showed me some more of this, some more of that. And finally, one night in St. Louis, Missouri, at the Kiel Auditorium, I was facing Pat O'Connor, who was an excellent scientific wrestler. I always wondered why they call it scientific. Just grabbing people. I don't know. Anyway.
Just twisting them around.
They always call them scientific wrestlers. So anyway, I had to build up enough confidence in this hold, and so I said, I'm going to try it tonight. If I get a chance, I'll just pop it on old Pat, see what happens. And right there in Kiel Auditorium, it was sold out, the old building. And there was an opening, and he was vulnerable, so I slapped it on him, and it started to work. And my confidence really went way up, the thermometer went way up, and my head turned cherry red because the mercury was right there. And from that point on, I kept trying to include it in every one of my matches, and it eventually became an identifying hold for me. And now if I were to wrestle and I wouldn't use it, people would be kind of disappointed. So it's kind of a signature hold for me.
Absolutely.
It was very effective and helped buy lunch a few times. So.
And as usual, time goes so fast on the Prima-Donns. And speaking of the claw, Now, I'm a little nervous about this, but you have graciously allowed us to, you're going to show how to apply this hold, right? Okay, but you're not going to really put on the pressure, okay? Right? But I just, you know, like I say, I'm a little intimidated here.
You have to understand I'm off duty right now, you know.
Okay, but I'm on television, and this man is a professional wrestler.
And you signed a waiver, right?
I definitely signed the waiver. So let's step around here. I should probably take my Clawmaster hat off so that you can. Okay, now again, you're not going to apply any pressure, right? It's going to be you're just going to show how the whole.
Are you ready?
Goes on. I think I'm ready.
Basically, you set your opponent up.
I don't know if
And then, what? What?
Wait a second.
What?
Thank you, Bonnie.
Are you sure?
Thank you, Bonnie.
You sure?